Continuing coverage here, workers at the Bannister Federal Complex are moving to offices in downtown Kansas City. Now, the General Services Administration tells us this move is not in response to our investigation into deaths and illnesses at the complex. The 41 Action News investigators identified more than 450 sick or dead workers and nearly 900 toxins at the complex. The GSA says the move instead coincides with Honeywell's move to a new location on Botts Road. Honeywell makes parts for nuclear bombs. Officials say they are working to find a buyer to try to redevelop this 300-acre site. And joining us here this morning to talk about this decision is Congressman Emanuel Cleaver.
Yeah, good morning, Representative Cleaver. How are you?
Today I'm sleeping.
Up early.
Thank you for coming in.
Let's talk about the Bannister Complex. Obviously, our investigation has been going on for years, and you know what it found. Do you buy the GSA's statement that this move has nothing to do with our investigation?
Well, I think when you have complaints, the federal government's got to listen to the complaints, and I think you know, if we're going to have people who even believe that there are problems there environmentally, then we've got to give some attention to it, and so I've been looking at that. But the real reason is that we're abandoning a part of the plant in 2014 when the NNSA moves out, and we've got people who are interested in leasing that building, but they want the entire building, and so it's got to be a move now, or we risk losing a valuable piece of property out in South Kansas City that a new company could move into.
So someone is actually interested in leasing this building. The move will not happen until 2014. Knowing that our investigation had found, as we've been reporting, nearly 900 toxins in that complex, someone is actually interested in leasing it.
More than someone. We've got a number of major interest in leasing that facility from the General Services Administration, and the EPA is continuing to look, and I'm 100% certain that the entities interested are also having their own environmental studies done there. I think what the station has done is raise this issue to a point where the federal government is paying a lot of attention, and I think that you're not going to find somebody moving in if they actually believe that there's a problem.
Well, you have interest in this building. Real quickly, then, what would you like to see in that part of the city?
Well, we're going to lose a lot of employees. 2,300 will go to the NNSA site, 1,000 from GSA. We've got people out there from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. We've got Marines and so forth. So we've got to hope that the facility would be used by a corporation that would hire into the hundreds and perhaps thousands, because the facility is large enough to accommodate them.
Mm-hmm. You've seen a lot of reports, you know, from the EPA, from a number of federal agencies. Are you personally concerned about any environmental hazards, any environmental concerns at that facility?
Well, I've had several conversations with the EPA Administrator, Lisa Jackson, who has received scientific reports, and we're going to continue to look at that. We have to. That was my first job in that facility, so you know, it's a personal issue with me. But I think that we're going to have to do everything we can possibly do to make sure that the building is not going to do any damage. In the meantime, we've got to get people downtown. 1,000 people moving into downtown is a major deal, because our downtown is not as alive as it should be. The Power and Light District could use another 1,000 people.
Yeah, definitely. It could help revitalize that area even more.
At least they're staying in Kansas City. Congressman Cleaver, thank you so much for coming in this morning. Again, talking about the GSA shutting down the Bannister Complex in 2014.